Good morning, everybody. Well, the holiday season is upon us. I guess this initiates the shopping season. We had Thanksgiving, of course, and then you have Black Friday. It's a huge shopping day. And then you have Cyber Monday, which is for technology, I guess, another huge shopping day. And this is what I don't get. Then the Tuesday after that is Giving Day. And what's less to give? The money's been spent, the cards are maxed out. Anyway, whoever came up with that design probably needs to rethink it. And this is the holiday season. Every major religion celebrates something during this season. The Muslims have their coming into the light. The Jews have their festival of freedom. The Hindus have light and happiness festivals, and Christians have the birth of Jesus, as well as the recognition of the Christ. Now, that's very important. We celebrate Jesus not simply because of the person that he was, but primarily because he introduced to the world this concept of the Christ within. And that doesn't apply exclusively to him. It applies to everybody. We all have that spark of divinity within us. We're all an expression of God's Spirit. And that Christ center within us is our realm of potential. It provides for us every single thing we need to rise above and move beyond problems, challenges, setbacks, or other difficult things. The Christ within is something that we look at across the population. It is simply not something for Christians. The Buddha have a similar concept called the Buddha within. It is the fact that we are all come forth from one God, one higher power, one energy, one spirit. So we are all connected in that sense. Advent came about 1,600 years ago, and it's the 4 Sundays before Christmas, and each Sunday has a designated spiritual value to it. Now, the whole point of Advent is to prepare ourselves with deep focus in a spiritual enriching practice that allows us to be at our highest spiritual form on Christmas Day when we recognize the Christ. Yet, there are still questions that remain unanswered in every religion, and that's where it calls on faith. Faith is the first principle of Advent. And faith is not good. It is not bad, it simply is. Faith is a conviction. It's something that you believe to be absolutely true beyond the shadow of a doubt. Your beliefs do not waver. That is faith. And you can have faith in something that's bad, that the world's going to destroy itself, or you can have faith in something good, that we're on the way of the evolutionary path where the earth is going to be heavenly. We get to choose how we direct our faith. And if we direct it towards the negative, if we believe in that, that is going to be part of our reality. If we focus it on the good, that there is one power within me, that there is a God expressing throughout the universe, then that is going to be a part of my reality. So Advent is a wonderful time. It's a time for us to get focused and to move up the spiritual ladder, so to speak, and prepare ourselves for Christmas. Now, as I said before, there are still a lot of things that we don't understand. And there's 2 things that human beings do not like, and the first is not knowing. We do not like not knowing what is going on in our life. And the second thing is we don't like being out of control of our life. We don't like being dictated to or being forced to do something. We don't like situations and circumstances that we have no control over and are very disconcerting or disturbing. We want to know what's going on, and we want to be in control of our lives. Well, there's a lot of questions in religion and spirituality where there simply aren't any answers to. We don't know. Therefore, as human beings, we make up a story. We invent something. And it's there to pacify that inquisitive mind until we can rise up to a higher consciousness and determine the truth of the matter. It's with that idea that I present to you the story this morning. And it's a story about who are we? Where did we come from? Why are we here? Where do we go after we leave this earth? This is a story about you. Once upon a time, in a different dimension, You lived as a spirited soul. And you lived with many other souls that resided in what some people call heaven. Well, while there, you heard these other souls talking about this incredible journey that they had taken. And it was a journey called life on earth. And they had all these wonderful tales about what happened, and they shared their experiences and all about the physical realm of reality, which isn't part of where the souls reside. Well, after a while, it got to be that your greatest desire was to take this journey called life on earth. So you go to God and you say, I understand that there's a journey available and I want to go on it. And God says, well, I am creating another world. It is a world totally different from the one that you're used to. It's in a faraway place, but it is wonderful. When it is completed, it will be a place of unconditional love, peace, and harmony. Now then, it's very different from what you're experiencing here, and there are no guarantees. So, are you sure you want to take this journey? And you, as an anxious, exuberant young soul, said, yes, I want to go. And God says, well, there are no guarantees in regards to how long your journey will be. It could be 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 20 years, 70 years, 100 years or more. But there are no guarantees. But you realize that life doesn't begin with earth, and it doesn't end with earth, that life is eternal, and that you will have many other chances to take other journeys. So you say, I don't care how long my journey is, I want to go. And God said, in order for you to go, you need what I call a body. And you will have your very own unique and individual body, unlike anyone else's. It's like the flowers in the garden. Everyone is a little bit different from the others. But there are no guarantees about what kind of body you'll have. Some bodies are big, some bodies are small. Some bodies are dark, some bodies are light. Some bodies look extraordinarily different than any other body, and because of that, people might push you away. They might discriminate against you. They might make fun of you and say hurtful things. But you realize having a body is the most precious thing in the world. It's going to be the temple for the soul. And you tell God, I don't care what kind of body I have, I will love it. I will take care of it. I will nurture it. It is a gift, and I want to go. God says, well, I cannot guarantee you what kind of experience you're going to have on earth. It all depends on the person that you become. And if you're of a different color, you might experience radical discriminations and hate crimes, and people be against you simply because of the color of your skin. Or your sexuality might be that of a gay person or a transgender person in your identity. And people won't understand you, so they'll try to push you away. They'll condemn you. They'll try to even X out your very existence. If you're born poor and you have little education, you won't have the privileges that many other people have. If you're born rich, you may become so self-possessed that you miss out on the entire experience. But you're going there for a purpose. Whatever body you have, whatever experience you engage in, you must realize that it's all part of the grand vision. It's all part of the plan to create this world and work through the discriminations. So say, yes, I want to go. I want to go. I will approach the experiences and make the best of it. I will be your object of peace on earth. God says, well, strange things happen on earth. There might be people you love that you end up going to war with. You might fight other souls just like yourself that are there trying to create the peace because there is war in the world, and you will shoot them and you'll meet them on the battlefield. And it'll disturb you greatly when you discover what you've been done. But you say, I understand that the world is not a finished place. And I understand that I might have temptations and I might move off the path. But I will go there with every intention of being a co-creator with you of this world. So God took a deep breath and he says, okay. you can go on the journey. He gets up and he walks us to the pearly gates. And God says, this is where your journey begins, and this is where it'll end. I'll be right here to meet you when you come back. Just go forth and know that you have every single thing you need to be a beneficial presence to this new earth. Know that the person that you are and the life that you're living is divinely ordered, and you will be just fine. And know when your journey is over, I will be right here to greet you. You'll be safe, you'll be sound, and you'll be happier than you ever were. So you start to move out down the path. And as you do, God says there's one more thing. And as you turn around, God says, don't forget to keep in touch. Now that last one is the stickler because we forget that. We forget to go to that place within ourselves where we have that direct connection with God. And once we forget that, we forget everything else. Why we're here, what our purpose is, what is the meaning of life, what is the grand mission or the vision that we're here to accomplish. And every single person here has a purpose. There is a meaning to your life. You're here for a reason. And that reason is to allow that inner goodness that you have to express outward into a peaceful planet Earth. Now, we all know that story might be true and it might not be true. I don't know. But we do not know what takes place once we leave this world, so that's as good a story as any. Let's just believe that as truth and accept our purpose and accept the meaning of our life as being here to make this a better place. And quit squabbling with each other, quit fighting, quit taking sides when it comes to some of the more divisive topics. To just go forth and know that in every situation and circumstance, you can make things a little bit better. This is what we asked for. Here we are. Let's fulfill our mission and experience a great Christmas day by practicing on these 4 principles. The first one is Advent. Then there's joy, peace, and love as we go through the 4 Sundays. We'll move into meditation now. And as we do so, just think about the story I told you. Put yourself into it. Imagine that that is really what happened to you. Then imagine the life that you have today. What are you going to do with it? Are you happy? Are you a beneficial presence to other people? Are you glad you're here? Is the earth happy that you're here? The answer to that is yes. I can honestly say that there is not a sinner in this group. There's not a single person in here that God is disappointed in. There's not a person that is failing life on earth, because we all have our own curriculum. We all have our own classes. We're all just trying to learn how to be me and turn that me into something that is truly valuable for the entire life that we're living. We'll now move into meditation.